All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at something, well, let's just say it's a little different. It's about the human element.
Yeah.
Yeah, the human element in cybersecurity. Specifically when we're talking about those really serious attacks, the ones you hear about, like nation-state level stuff, advanced persistent threats.
Yeah, those APTs, they're not kidding around. It's not just about, some script kiddie trying to deface a website. These are organized, sophisticated, and they're after high-value targets. Governments, corporations, you name it.
And, we often think about cybersecurity as like firewalls and antivirus software. But what we're looking at today goes beyond that. This is about how attackers are using psychology, social engineering, to basically hack people.
Exactly. It's kind of like that show White Collar, Remember Neil Caffrey? He was a con man, an art thief, a master of deception. Well, these APT groups, they have their own Neil Caffreys, highly skilled social engineers who can manipulate people into giving up sensitive information or access.
Okay, so where do we even start with this? I mean, how do we even know what these tactics look like, how they work?
Well, we're going to be looking at some really interesting stuff today. There's this article by Yeva Rigel. She's a social engineer herself, and she actually mentions something called reputable and promising certifications related to social engineering, which is, it's a little unsettling to think about.
Hold on, certification. So you're telling me there are, like, actual courses and qualifications for becoming a social engineer?
Apparently so. And it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, if governments and other organizations are using these tactics, they need people who are trained, who know what they're doing. It's not just some random skill anymore.
So it's a profession. Like, you can get certified in how to manipulate people. Wow. Okay, so let's get back to these APT social engineers. Like, how do they actually work? What are some of the techniques they use?
Think of it like this. Imagine you're a CEO, right? You're busy. You get hundreds of emails a day. You're connected with tons of people on LinkedIn. Now imagine getting an email that looks like it's from a colleague, someone you trust, or a LinkedIn connection request from someone who seems really influential in your industry.
Okay, I can see how that could be, like, pretty believable.
Exactly. And that's how they get you. These requests, they're carefully crafted. They might flatter you. They might play on your fears, maybe even make you feel like you're missing out on some amazing opportunity.
So it's not just about, sending a generic phishing email with a suspicious link. This is much more targeted, much more sophisticated.
Yeah, exactly. They do their research. They know who you are, what you care about, what your weaknesses are, and they use that information to tailor their approach, make you feel like you can trust them.
This is kind of scary stuff. I mean, it makes you realize that anyone could be a target, right?
Absolutely, and that's why it's so important to be aware of these tactics. We need to be more skeptical, more vigilant. Don't just click on every link, don't accept every connection request. Verify, double check, and always, always question the motives of someone who's trying to gain your trust online, especially if things seem, too good to be true.
This has been a real eye-opener. I mean, we often focus on the technical aspects of cybersecurity, but this human element, this social engineering aspect, it's just as important, if not more so.
It really is, because at the end of the day, no matter how strong your passwords are, how updated your software is, if you fall for a social engineering attack, you're giving the attackers the keys to the kingdom.
Exactly. And that's why I think this deep dive has been so crucial. It's not just about fear-mongering. It's about empowering people, giving them the knowledge they need to protect themselves. So, to everyone listening, remember, in today's world, every click, every connection, every interaction could be a potential trap. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, stay safe online.
Well said. And just remember, a little healthy paranoia can go a long way in this digital age. Think twice, verify everything, and don't be afraid to question anything that seems even slightly off.
Great advice. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone. And until next time, stay safe out there.